I'm dead.
DM.
Yeah, so...
What are we looking like, God?
What is going on?
Well, I guess first off, last session, we started out fighting the swarm of rot grubs, and that was cool.
Pesky fucking bugs.
You guys scrambled, kind of, and you sort of got away from the rot grubs and then started killing them from a distance. Sort of like pulling them out of your flesh, like harshly. It took a while to figure out exactly how to defeat them. And then they retreated into their tree. You guys made your way to Yuri.
No hell broke loose.
Yeah, and all hell broke loose. You traded in your boons.
Shit got fucking crazy.
Meanwhile, Willie stopped by the church, sort of self-snitched a little bit. And then you went to your hideout, where Opius shortly after met you. And the second you became visible in front of Opius, he proceeded to smash your skull in multiple times. You had a wrestling match. He threw you back in. Yeah. You got manhandled a little bit.
It's a brutal sight to picture in your head when you think of him.
Yeah, it was horrible finding him. Like
As
the
a
way you
child.
described him with his like face all encaved.
Encaved, looking at the stars. Fucking brutal, mate.
I'm carrying that right now.
But this ultimately resulted in the death of a few players. I think you ended up nat 20ing your way back up.
Yeah.
Chetney died.
Opius fucking struck me with lightning.
Yeah, that was rough.
Blasted.
And Opius was freed from his possession, however, is now in the hands of the local inquisitor.
The law.
The law.
So, we'll start with Willie. So, as your new world starts to slowly stitch itself together, it's finally kind of clear where you are. You're in a massive, clean, sort of white porterhouse.
Heaven.
Yeah. It almost looks like a train station, but this one is like impossibly massive and almost ethereal looking. Like the walls almost don't quite stitch together completely, and you can see like furniture, like benches, but it's almost like you're seeing them in like multiple dimensions at once.
It sounds like Assassin's Creed loading screen.
Sure.
It very much sounds like Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like only parts of shit's loaded in.
And as more of your world loads in around you, you start to see little madrons, the symbol of your house, flying around. You start to see larger, they look like like weird clockwork constructs, but you see that you're actually in a very busy space once the world settles around you. But you see a long way in the distance, you see two humanoid-looking people. The only two humans you've seen in the area at all. And you see they're just they look like they're just sitting and waiting on a bench.
I walk up, or I investigate, like, what do these people look like? I mean...
Make a perception check. You're maybe a quarter mile away.
Oh, a quarter mile away? And it's the only two people I see?
It's hard to gauge the depth, really, but they're really far away.
I rolled a 13, plus it's perception, right? So... Hold on, I got a big dick on my page, I can't see.
Did this to himself.
So I got a 15.
15. You would see, sort of similar to your like black wizard's robes. You have like there are small bits of decoration on it with the colors and the symbols of your house.
Oh, okay.
And you sort of see from a distance, like, it sort of, like, is similarly made, and there are spots where, like, okay, that's where, like, That's where like the patch would go. That's where like that ring of color is.
I'm gonna walk towards him.
Sure. As you make your way towards them, you see that one of them becomes aware of you and stands up and just starts slowly moving towards you, like walking towards you. Silently.
I like slowly walk towards him at the same pace until I can like visually see who this man is clearly.
Sure. The closer you get, you start to see a similar white ring, or the white and blue, to your same coloration, and it appears to be a female figure you can see from a distance. And you hear a voice call out, "Willie?
You will get slushed."
Willie?
Willie?"
Yes? Hello?
You hear your hello like echo through the hallway, and the female figure, you see her extend a hand out towards you and start running in your direction. You're still a good maybe 1,000 feet away.
And I mean, I don't think I'm like scared or anything. So I mean, I feel pretty comfortable. This place feels pretty
What's up,
comfortable
no
where
name
I'm at.
Tony?
I mean, I feel like I already know I'm dead right now. So and there's no one else. So I run towards her because there's no one else here that you know.
For sure. As you start running, you see the other figure behind on the bench stand up and start making their way over. And
Let me steal some of that from you.
when she finally gets close enough to you, you start to remember this person, but not from
Yes, sir,
real
always.
memories, but almost the false memories of stories. And do you remember this person from pictures that you've seen at your aunt's house and pictures you've seen at your school? And you know that it's your mom.
Oh shit!
And you putting two and two together, you realize your dad is now trailing behind her.
I'm like super excited. I am like almost like crying because I've never surely remember talking to him. So now I get to talk to him. I walk up to her, my mom. I hug her.
Yeah, you see, like, her face is just full of tears, and she just has a permanent smile on her face as she hugs you back.
Yeah. And then I'm like, just speechless. I'm literally speechless. Like, I mean,
We've waited so long for you, Willie.
waited for me to die.
Now that you mention it, she backs up from you, holding your shoulders, and she's like, "How old are you?"
No name Tony. He died. I killed him.
I'm 16. I'm 16, and one of my friends just brutally murdered me. Yeah, I mean, I check myself as I say that. I look at my body. Do I have any wounds on me? Do I look good right now?
Do you look?
I look
Fine.
perfect right now. Okay, yeah, and I'm like surprised. I don't say anything about it though. I'm just like, yeah, I was like brutally like beaten. In fact, I'm very much surprised that I'm here right now. We looked into a stone, and the stone was like evil and had very much evil connected to it. So I'm surprised I'm not in an evil place right now.
Well, I'm happy you're here.
I'm very happy too.
And slowly your like father approaches, and he kind of like keeps a little bit of distance from you, and he's like looking at you as well.
I run up to my dad, but like I not run up to him, but like I start walking towards him, and I go to like put my hand out at least, because he doesn't look like he's too much of an approacher.
You almost see like, give me an insight check.
Bro's meeting his parents. Crazy. Yeah, he got his head smashed in, bro. He didn't get stabbed. He got his
Where the
head
fuck is insight?
brutally smashed in multiple times.
Oh, I got a 13.
13. You think maybe your dad's a little ashamed about something? There's something he doesn't want to say. But
Is everything okay? Oh, continue saying what you're gonna say.
but you can see he he breaks as you start making your way towards him, and he finally makes eye contact with you and smiles and embraces you for a hug.
Okay, I hug him back. I'm like, so how are you guys? You know, and I also like, how did you guys pass? Because I mean, I don't think I know about how my parents passed. No one told me.
It's kind of shocking that no one told you.
Yes.
Everyone kept it a secret from me. Yeah.
Have you heard of the King in Yellow?
The King in Yellow? No. I mean, I might have. I just don't recall him right now.
You wouldn't know about that. You had that message from school.
Oh yes, I do know about the King in Yellow. Yes, I do know about. You talk about the church?
Yeah.
Yes, I very much do know. You're right. My bad.
You good?
We missed yesterday for an emergency, so we're here
Well,
today.
Yeah, family emergency stopped yesterday.
What about him? Is that how you guys were taken? He took.
To put a long story short, yeah. A few years back, there was a problem in the school where the church had infiltrated with some students and were using the grounds as sort of means for their recruitment. And well, by this time we were established.
Jesus, Tony,
That's mean.
that's brutal.
He's
Damn.
mean his parents.
Damn,
That's brutal.
Please don't.
Please don't.
I don't think that.
he's already dead.
It doesn't work like that, does it? It probably does. Please don't kill off my character.
How serious are we about making some money?
Okay, so yeah, no.
They infiltrated and we had to handle it. And unfortunately, us with a lot of other very prestigious men and women.
No, I very much have heard the stories, actually. I didn't know
Chet's
that you
dead,
guys
too.
were a part of that, though.
I'm sorry no one told you.
Yeah, Chet actually got killed too. Same fight. I killed. I killed.
I just go back dogging my parents. I'm just happy to be there.
Sure.
Just happy to be there.
Yeah, I'm just
Almost
happy.
Killed.
You guys spend like
Just trying.
quite a long time catching up,
Mm-hmm.
just sort of sharing stories with each other and sort of letting your parents in on your current events and sort of leading back from there. After a while, though, your father starts to explain, do you know where we are?
I mean, vaguely, I feel like we're in heaven.
Well,
Afterlife.
almost. We're almost there.
What do you mean?
Well, we're waiting to be judged.
How long have you guys been waiting for? I mean, damn.
We've been waiting for you
Oh.
a long time. We hope to be judged as a family and pass on to our next life together.
I feel like I'm not ready to go yet. If I have a choice to go back.
Well, wherever you end up, the choice is still yours.
I would love to go as a family, but I would hate to make you guys wait, but I would love to figure out a way back, you know, hopefully. You know, I've died once before and almost died. I mean, you know, my friends have saved me. Hopefully my friends will save me again. And then when I come back afterwards and have my time on Earth, or where we're at, you know, like you guys did, I can come back and we can be judged as a family together. But I got taken too young. And I'm not ready to leave forever.
I just
understand.
imagine him as like a bumbling kid
Well-
saying this.
Just crying.
I'm not ready to leave.
Listen, we'll wait with you here as long as you need to. But whatever afterlife we end up in, if some magic brings you back, it'll bring you back from that afterlife. This kind of just
You're very true. Yeah.
this is where we stand our judgment.
Then let's go. Let's go as a family. You're very right. You're very right. No, good point.
I almost feel like it's more important that we seal our fate now, while you're still here.
I feel like you're correct too. No, I don't. I think that if they were to bring you back, huh? Huh?
Before you go back and fuck it up.
Yeah, no.
Get
I'll-
a good judgment now before
I'll
Gonna
get a
find
good
this
ju-
cool yellow
yeah.
like stone or like.
Yeah, I'll get a good judgment now.
was.
No, you guys are right. Okay, fine. Yeah, I go with my father to go get judged with the family and stuff.
They all gonna judge you.
Judge the shit out of you.
Judge. And I've ruined this for my family.
It's all your fault.
I hope you know
It's
this
all your
judge isn't
fault,
going to be
Willie.
happy with me now already.
You're about to meet God.
Well,
Say hello to size.
I do tell my father, though, before we go, I haven't made smart choices so far in my life with this current friends I've got.
I mean, explain.
Explain. I mean, my boy had a rock, and we looked into this rock, and went in and released a prisoner that had done all these different charges of rapings and killings and stuff, and I paid for him to get out and guard this church that was undead, and we took over.
Why?
Why? Because I
Why?
looked into this rock, and this rock it told me all this shit that was like, I'll give you all these items, and I'll give you, he made me feel like I was, was a god, and he gave me powers every time I woke up, and this rock was like crack, and I was on crack. And I would like to go back and remake these decisions better and make myself better
Drug addict.
I just see more
before we get
in my head
judged.
explaining
I
this,
feel
so,
like
it's-
too.
Rick,
I feel like we could get better judgment if I go back on Earth. If we hopefully wait until my friends revive me, and then we can get better judgment.
Maybe you're right.
Nah, this has been an eye opener for me. If I ever do go back, I'll be very blessed part of my life, and I would probably only make good choices. I promise, Dad.
I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna be a good boy. I'm gonna do it for you.
Well,
I'll do it for you. Do it for moms.
if you want to wait, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
I just feel like if I made better choices, if I waited, I would get a better judgment. Or do we get rejudgments? If I get back from the afterlife from a bad judgment, and then I come back, do I get rejudged?
I don't know totally how it works.
Can we talk to someone?
That's it to your manager.
Is there an HR of the?
Limbo HR.
Customer service
I mean-
representative.
Is there someone at the train station we're currently at?
You think I haven't asked? These,
Well, you just said you don't know, so I don't think you have asked.
no, I've asked certainly, but nobody knows the mind of Primus. Only Primus does.
Primus?
And only he can judge you.
It's a really good band.
Too many puppies. Great song.
Wait. That's my call. I say we wait. I don't get judged now. If you guys want to go without me, I understand, and hopefully I get to the same calling as you. But I don't want to. I want you guys going down for the choices I've made. If we're getting judged as a family.
Well, you've waited a long time.
Let's wait a little longer.
Exactly.
I love you guys. And we'll sit here.
And your dad goes to find a bench.
And I sit next to that bench with him, and we talk stories with me, my dad, and my mom until I get revived, hopefully.
For sure. Opius. You can turn the heaven sounds off.
Oh yeah, this is definitely not a heavenly experience about to be happening.
So,
Where the fuck is my baby?
yeah, where the fuck is your babe? Let me hit that shit.
God
Yeah.
bless.
Oh my god.
Oh my
So
God,
he's
I'm about to bust.
Size Miller.
Yeah, oh shit. Oh, this one could be nice for this.
Dead as fuck.
I don't know. Hold on.
Nah, so they had a little conversation going. Tony, so far, what you're not caught up on is Willie got his head bashed in by Opius because he was possessed. We caught Opius. He beat the fuck out of me, hit me with lightning. I died, but came back instantly. Burnt Chet to a fucking crisp. He looked like that lady in the wheelchair that's like, what are they selling? He looked like her. And then Delilah shot him in his fucking head and finally got the demon out of him. It crawled into the knapsack with
Got that dog out of him.
yeah, crawled into the knapsack with the jewel,
Oh, that's weird, bro.
and they turned him in to the local authorities because he was a child murderer.
It was very sad.
Yeah, it was.
It was extremely sad.
The whole
Look out for it
situation
on
was
YouTube.
fucking sad because I had no control.
No, yeah, Opius was crying like, I promise I didn't do this. And then Archie was just like, no, fuck you. And I was sitting there like, and then they were like, yo, the police pulling up. So I got the fuck up out of it.
And then Ryan was like, and then a police.
And then I was like, ooh, wow, ooh,
and I was like,
wow.
just
My life be like, oh.
So,
and like,
Opius,
Oh, pious.
you are dragged away from the alleyway, away from your previous allies. And you start being like dragged up the street in the direction of the Inquisitor camp you had woken up at before. They very quickly drag you to a tent, and they start to strip you of your items. They start taking your armor off. They start looking through your bag. On your way here, did you want to attempt to hide anything? Did you want to try to run?
No, I think the Opius would kind of
do his time.
accept the fate that given everything that's happened. He's
Is
kind of
Fringus
like,
with him?
No, there was a bark in the distance when the fucking
Whole thing was going on in the
the
alley.
thing flew out of my when the demon flew out of me. So
You guys better get Fringus.
that happened, but no,
I'm not getting Fringus. He's a Durahole, another god.
I don't think his goal is going to be to try to break free or anything like that. I think.
Can I have a slush, by the way? Is that possible?
$5.
I got you. I'm gonna put 5 in the freezer for you.
5 a slush. Bet.
I probably. Fuck. No. I have a boon. It was the dagger, right?
Yeah. It's a platinum dagger.
Platinum dagger. I think I'd probably try to just let that slip through my pant leg, kind of thing, so it doesn't draw attention. I'm trying to just get it off of me, just so it doesn't add an extra little.
So, you're just going to try to drop it in the street type shit.
Alpha, yeah, so it's not a part of me, so it's not on me. I can't be,
Oh, shit.
so that I can't be accused of having stolen that too. I'm well aware
Why'd you
that
bang it
I'm
on the
already
bottle?
facing,
Like,
essentially, I'm already well
Open
aware
it
that
up.
I'm already technically facing life.
Right.
On the
So,
bottom, open up
Go
the
ahead.
straw.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Hold it open.
Sleight of leg check.
17.
17. You slip it between your into your pants, and after a couple steps, it falls onto the ground. You don't think any of the guards noticed?
Crazy.
Let's see.
That's busting.
The only thing else that I have on me that's worth really anything is the cloak.
Are you wearing it?
I was, yeah, the cloak of protection.
Yeah, so that's just on you.
Yeah, other than that, I don't have anything of value or use.
I'm gonna do a dab real quick.
So I think with that, just continue to trek along.
Sure.
try to make any sort of, mental connection to. You guys be careful around the cords and cameras. Thank you.
It's my fault. I got
Anyways,
Josh.
I guess you would
Eat
probably
the
just
veggies
kind of
last.
like mentally
done
reach
with
out
slush.
to Aragolin and apologize for his actions. Just say I'm done. Face the judgment as necessary, as deemed necessary. And
I'll indulge for once.
A cigar?
and just go ahead and walk along.
Everyone's got one. You gotta have one.
Yeah, a
real
cigar.
serious.
I'm not really a fan of cigars.
You gotta do a cigar.
They're acid. They're small ones. Just have it in the hand.
They don't have acid in them, right?
No.
No, of course they do. What do you mean?
It's actually unfortunate. How the
We can split
Yeah, I was
one.
gonna say, how in the
Okay.
fuck?
Okay, I got it. You gotta like get to the top and like.
No, you just gotta open it like a fucking like a push pop.
That's also. Bam. How
We
do
have
we
to do
cut
the
the
rest of the
ends?
Is there a
stream
clipper?
while we're smoking these cigars. Like
Doing-
we're Italian.
You gotta
Italian.
You gotta be like you gotta be like the old school like Magnum PI detective type of vibes, but like hit him with the like. Yeah, see, you got the wrong guy. See.
scissors.
Oh, these smell good.
We need something to cut these with.
We
Yeah.
do need something to cut these with. Damn, they smell really good. Josh with the good cigars.
Yeah, you do hook us up. I haven't smoked anything really. in a while. Cigar would be nice.
What are you saying?
Cigarettes. Like the last time I smoked a cigarette, like was like 2 months in between, and it was like 2 hits off of yours. And so
I did it with this.
cigar. No. Not true.
Want me to do it for you? Do not trust that.
I wanted to ask you to finish that last slice and not can you have it?
Finish the what?
The last slice.
Of pizza.
I don't believe I did.
You go.
Oh,
Oh, got him already.
nice even cut. Even though that was good, thank you very much. Where's some making?
Here, cut this, please.
All right, only because I feel like it. Oh, he's got it.
Nice.
Nice.
So after you're stripped and strip searched, you're left in your underwear, and dragged into another tent and sort of just left on the floor, in your manacles. After a little while, you see.
Try and rub one out.
After a little while, you see the familiar Inquisitor slowly sort of steps into the room and then puts their hood back. Hello, Opius.
And you are?
Xeris Frogfoot. Good to finally actually meet you. Last time I saw you, you were a corpse.
Oh,
Isn't that something?
that is quite a thing.
And then you were a walking corpse, and
A walking corpse. Now that's something interesting.
well,
Uh,
I guess in a way you still are.
how would that be the case?
Well,
Other than the fact that you said you last time you saw me I was dead.
well, I feel like that's reason enough.
I mean, odd things happen in the world and people come back to life often. Do they
Pretty
not?
good flavor on the lips.
True.
It's good.
Some people cheat death, no doubt. Still, how you ended up back alive still puzzles me.
Well,
Can I have a lighter for my cigar? You have one, Obius.
Didn't they fucking pat him down? How did he have a lighter?
Non-harmful.
they gave me one cigar to have this discussion.
The last
We all
ciggy.
look really cool with these cigars.
Facts.
Well, since you have a history of being quite slippery, Opius,
I have no intention of going anywhere this time.
well, that's good to hear. But
I'd actually like to right the wrongs that have been done. Some of which was quite literally out of my control.
well, in that case, Opius, I'd like to ask you some questions.
Sure.
Do you want anything to eat? Any food or drink? Do you need a healing potion? You look a little bit rough.
I
And he
definitely heard-
steps up to you and he hits you with
Bro's being interrogated.
a level 5 cure wounds.
You're just a head on camera.
Level 5 cure wounds. What was that for?
Hold on. That's really bad so far. 29 healing.
Yeah, I'm full. I didn't have much healing.
So you suddenly look fantastic. A wine or anything, Opius?
No, I'm fine. Thank you, though. Appreciate the healing.
Of course. Well, first things first, your name is Opius Stonedrip, correct?
It is.
From the famous Stonedrip family?
Would be.
Gotcha. So, I've wondered, Opius, your father working as sort of advice to the king directly, you must have stayed in the city. How was that growing up?
Had its ups and downs, I suppose, just like any other childhood would. There were some perks, of course, with the connections my family had. But, of course, there were also some repercussions to those connections.
Like what?
Well, as you could assume, given the status of my father, there was always a target on our back.
Got you. Well, speaking of some of those connections, if I'm not mistaken, your mother spent some time away when you were growing up as sort of a diplomat, and maybe you don't know this, but as sort of a spy in Aquarium.
Oh, and that would be some news.
Well, that's a long ways away, and I imagine your father was probably busy a lot of the time.
Well, as would anybody as an advisor to the king.
Of course, so I imagine you spent some time alone.
More often than not, I had some friends.
Any of those friends from Aquarium?
That I couldn't say.
Well, I'm just curious. On any of her business trips, coming back into the city with officials from other towns, did your mother ever introduce you to anyone from Aquarium?
Can't say they have.
Gotcha. Okay. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. So we'll try this. Your dad was a military advisor, and before that, he was a successful commander and led a good deal of men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it was pretty easy for you to join the military when it was time for you to. Was it did he just kind of make it easier for you to get in, or did he sort of force you into it?
Well, see, the difference between, I suppose, my family and other families is my father had some high expectations for me. And if I fell short of those expectations, he wouldn't grant me the ability of getting the opportunities that his connections provided.
Of course. So
I
you could say,
definitely earned it, but once I had reached a certain point, yeah, you could definitely say I had some help in the end.
it sounds like you could almost say you were forced a little bit.
Nah, I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Can you roll a D100?
Shout out, chat.
That's cool. It's on the rim. That is 13.
A 13, it said.
This could potentially help you out. That's why I did this.
Oh,
Given the stakes of this conversation, you currently feel a little bit on edge, and it kind of hits you in a wave. You have advantage the next time you roll initiative, but until then, you suffer the frightened condition.
My bad.
So you have disadvantage on like skill checks
Gotcha.
and attacks.
Pass me that. It is true.
Let's see to buy this.
So I'm just curious, what's your relationship with Lorelei Penwee? She's from Aquarial.
Ooh, the diamondback cunt.
I'm glad to hear you had some kind of relationship with her.
That's the reason why everything happened as it was. So,
Explain.
if you want to know the whole story,
Sure.
well,
Is it that?
just like any day, I would wake up and go about my normal errands around the town. I ran into this, I guess you could say at the time, you could say lovely creature at the tavern. And after a few drinks and discussions, one thing led to another. We ended up in a room. During this time, she tried to kill me. I fought her off, I escaped, and ran to my post. The second I ran to my post, I was late. That's when I was accused of being a traitor. Found my way running from bullshit, trying to find a way to fight it.
Interesting.
Speaking of, she actually tried to reach out to me relatively recently.
Recently? Oh, that's interesting. How did she do that?
During our recent travels out here to Yuri, I was not in control of myself. I was under being possessed by the Haunter. During that time, though, I did receive a message, and it was Lorelei, and she asked about visiting while I was in town. So I presume she's in town.
That's interesting to know. And you see, the Inquisitor starts like quickly jotting down something on a notepad.
I replied simply saying now would be a good time, considering I wasn't in control of myself and had no other way of actually meeting with her or doing anything in that sort of to try and figure out what the fuck happened and why she tried to kill me. I wish I had more answers, I really do.
Well, that's some story, Opius. Now I'm going to tell you what I think happened. Opius, I think that while your mom was making friends in Aquarial, she met some friends with wealth and power, and they made her an offer she couldn't refuse, Opius. So she and your father go along with the plan. Your father enrolls you in the military as a watchman, places you on an important flank, an important strategic location, and your mother, maybe indirectly, maybe directly, introduces you to Lorelei Penwee, a professional spy who coaches you on deception and later helps you stage an attack and helps you get away with it.
Oh, you think this was staged? You think I'm in on a whole? Oh wow, that is great. You are good with your twisting of words. I like that.
What you're not realizing, Opius, is Miss Penwee fucked you, not just literally, but figuratively. She left behind documents and correspondence outlining the entire conspiracy.
Of course she did. It's to cover her own ass for what she was trying to do. I'll bet you anything her attempt was to fucking assassinate the king, just like we thwarted before. My family's known for it.
Mm-hmm.
You think that we would sit there and try and be a traitor to the person that we've saved?
Well, your father was once a powerful commander, and now he's an advisor. That's quite a bit of a step down, you would say, right? Maybe he's not being quite as valued as he thinks he should be.
Never once gave any sort of indication that he would be that way. And if there was something like that going on, I would have nothing to do with it. At least not willingly or knowingly.
Mm-hmm.
I did my job. I went out trying to have a good time, and things went left with this bitch. And now I'm here. Apparently, she's stacking up all this paperwork on me. So that's always exciting to know. There's been a target on my back and my family for years. There's no doubt that we've made enemies along the way in the choices that my family's made and the advisement that he's made to the king. You don't at all think there's any sort of way we could have been set up for this?
Maybe.
What happened to innocent until proven guilty?
Oh, I mean, by all means, you're innocent until proven guilty. I'm just trying to figure the whole thing out.
No, you're throwing out accusations willy-nilly without anything to prove it. If you have proof, let me see it, please, because I would love to know.
Sure. And she steps out and she starts pulling. She steps out for a while and she comes back with like a large like leather packet with a series of documents. You see, they're like it's mostly correspondence between your mother and Miss Penwee. You see like references to you and your father like pretty frequently in it. And then there's a larger document laying out like the entire plan. And basically how you would be late to your post on a certain day, and that would allow an infiltration on that flank.
But none of this indicates that I had any knowledge of it.
Well, that's why I'm asking you. You said it was possible that this happened, but maybe without any of your knowledge. The thing is, we had eyes on Miss Penwee the second she entered the city. We were aware of her. And that made us aware of your romantic relationship with her. And
I wouldn't say very romantic. It was a one-night fling that turned very sour.
oh, got you. See, I'm not trying to accuse you of anything. You need to tell me the truth, because I don't know.
I'm giving you the truth.
Maybe your father put you in a bad position and now you don't want to snitch on him?
I have no information on it. I was never informed of any sort of side deal or shady business. I did my job. I did what I was supposed to do. It felt like a normal day. I went to the tavern. I usually drink before I go anywhere. Mm-hmm. So I went to have a few drinks before my post. Miss Penwee comes walking up to me, and we hit it off. So went and got a room, went to start doing things. Next thing I know, there's a dagger at my throat.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying it was just a mistake. You were late to your very important, highly strategic secret post for a lay with Mrs. Penwee. I'm just being clear, because a mistake is a lot different than you intentionally doing this. You know what I mean? There's a difference between an accident and treason.
I'm 45. I'm young. I have a lot of life in me, and obviously a libido.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to fathom a woman swaying my notion, swaying my actions and making me want to, seducing me. The easiest way to put it.
Gotcha.
And like I said, I was late to my post because I was fighting for my life.
Mm-hmm.
She attempted to kill me. I doubt that was in the notes. I'm sure my parents weren't expecting that to happen.
Maybe. Maybe not.
That would certainly suck. That would be implying quite a bit. Painful, to say the least.
Well,
She's come out.
No longer a turtle.
Took a while.
well,
was stretching.
I guess that's all the questioning we need, Obius. You have a good day. Try to get a good night's rest. I doubt you'll be getting many of those. And the Inquisitor kind of gets up with a smile, and he's like, "Thanks for your confession, Obius. And I'm happy that you finally owned up to your mistakes and you're willing to see justice."
Well, if I can find a way to right my wrongs at some point in time, I can earn my freedom. I'll do it any sort of way I can. One way or another, I'll have my revenge on this shadow that took control of me. And Miss Penway will see her justice too.
Oh, speaking of that, the Yuri captain dropped this off, and she pulls out of this satchel like the large crystal, and you immediately see it sort of like reflect into the tent, and you see the sparkles coming from it. You mean this haunter thing in the shadow you're talking about has to do with this?
For one, put it back in the satchel. Don't look into that thing longer than an hour. If you do, just know that you're going to be in for a very, very bad time.
All right.
The Haunter is no joke. It's a being of pure hatred. Its only goal is to manipulate, give you, say and give you what you want in some sort of way while taking everything that it wants. The reason why Willie was killed was by the actions of the Haunter. Any of those around would probably be able to attest that it's not my normal behavior. Never was. I'm not a cold-blooded killer.
Right, well, I appreciate the warning, but, I guess don't get too comfortable. We're gonna head out in a few hours.
I suggest you don't do this. I suggest you don't get comfortable with that crystal either.
Well, gotta say, I am curious about it.
Well, if you are curious and want to see everything turn to absolute shit and watch your life spiral in the worst of ways, by all means, look into that crystal for an hour or longer. Just know that I warned you.
Okay. Don't meditate with the crystal for an hour or longer. Got it. And he slinks through the flaps of the tent. And you swear in the distance you can hear the familiar barking of Fringus growing ever closer.
Not sure what we're gonna do, boy.
Main party.
Let's go get Josh. Where is he?
Yeah, wherever he is.
Josh! Play your game. I'm saving you. You can have this.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
It's so gross. Now it's worse. Is there any vape shops that are open at this time?
Jesus. No.
Higher up just closed.
I'm tearing up. You're ruining the stream, Josh. Fucked up again.
I don't want that either. Ugh.
Oh,
What's up?
It's your moment.
My moment.
our moments.
My moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Big moments. All right, guys.
Cigar for my big moment.
I just had a full-on confession moment with this fucking Inquisitor.
Well, I'm happy I wasn't here for any of it because I wouldn't have known it in game. So
It was great to watch. I thought it was great roleplay.
Anyone here got a light?
Where do you
Nah.
smoke the cigars? I mean,
You need.
So
Since
the
it-
Strami
never
is
mind.
invisible outside of the Church of
Just waiting for
Shira
him to
Perry
blow
Royal. I think Delilah had. Where had you gone?
So I was on the roof,
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking pretty rough. So, I was just trying to, dodge the cops.
That's right.
Whenever guards were around, I just need to like slip away.
You had just
Probably
slipped
end
away.
up at like the bar or
How bad is the yard?
Okay.
It's not too bad.
Decent.
It's pretty
There's a
good.
saloon on the east side of town you could visit.
See that one. When you're done with it though.
And Archie, you had left off in the alleyway. You had watched Opius be dragged away from you. What are you doing?
I have
By the way, last thing I would have done as they were dragging me away is I would look back at the party and just been like, I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
I'm really conflicted at this moment. I wrap Willie inside of a
Jesus
blanket
Christ.
with all of his like brains and stuff.
Jesus.
I need everything, and I start like carrying him over my shoulders to the cleric in town.
I'm frozen, Jacob. Can you move me?
Oh,
You're
Actually, one last question.
It's good.
Before they had dragged me away,
it's good now.
Visitors thing, would I have been able to let them to like give my gold and stuff to them?
I don't know if they would go for that.
We already took your coat.
No, I didn't.
It's not like I'm gonna need it.
Right.
I mean,
Make a persuasion check on your way out.
I did talk already.
It's 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Now the gold comes with, goes into evidence.
But yeah,
So
walking through
Archie, you scoop up Willie's body and as much of his remains as you can
Scoop.
gather. Yeah. And you head your way to the church.
Yes, sir.
You just scooped up his chunks.
Pastrami, you would see Archie making his way to the front of the church.
I'm gonna uncloak as he approaches the front. You need a hand helping him in.
Please. And I thrust his shoulders over my side into his arms, and I like hold his legs.
And you just kind of carry.
As you thrust the shoulders over, you see the neck just like flop limply.
I tear up. This is terrible to see.
Don't look it. It hurts to look. Let's just get this over with.
I'm staring at you, tearing up as my.
Yeah, I'm like looking at you
soon-to-be
too. It's the
protege
same.
is fucking dead
Yeah,
in my
we both have this awkward stare.
You see, it looks like there's someone wearing like religious, almost like priest travel robes, if that makes sense. Like, very minimal. Like it still looks like almost like a priest's robe, but it's very minimalistic. Yeah. And you see, like they're coming up the road and like stop as they see you out front of the church. They're just watching from a very far distance.
Is the church close?
What's that?
Is the church close?
Yeah, you're like out front of it
Okay, we step in.
for sure.
As we step in,
I'm just
I like kick the door open with my back hoof, and I like step in and I start screaming like, "Help! Help!"
Who the fuck here can help us with
We-
my friend?
We have very little time. Please, I like find a table, and I like wipe all the stuff off of it, and I just throw like his body over it.
You see, the priestess runs over and she's like, "Oh my God, he was just here, Willie."
We need
She
some-
starts like touching his face.
I have.
My fucking brains.
Yeah.
We have gold. Just get us someone that could help us, please.
Um,
He died like a few minutes ago. I'm not sure how much time we have.
I'm the only person who can help.
I was literally here minutes ago.
Well, then help us as much as you
right
can.
As you left, you got pummeled.
Well, the standard cost for a resurrection is $12.50. Do you guys have that?
I take it out of his like coin purse that like he was getting paid with, and
This is Willie's money.
yeah. So you have like I gave
How
you.
much money do you have?
He had 45 plat, is what I gave him.
So 450.
So now he has.
I have another 9 plat 2 on me.
True. Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with how a resurrection usually goes?
I've never seen it in
Not
person.
The people important to him, his loved ones, or anyone who knew him in life, we need them here.
Well, that's fucking us. I love the little bastard.
Well, perfect. Think of something you can contribute to the goddess to help bring Willie back. Something the gods will like. It can be like a sacrifice of wealth or a demonstration or anything you can think of.
I'm gonna give up my black rosary.
I'm gonna give up a unit of Oasis water.
Do you give it 1 unit?
Yeah.
At the bar.
Okay.
Why did you come?
Like some holy water type shit.
I figured
just
she could have helped you too. She could have been like, here's some health potions for you, and then well,
I don't know if she felt like to give up for you.
you just totally
I didn't know you that well, okay?
listen.
Relax.
Put you with the group. Put you with Jacob.
It
Jacob.
doesn't work
I
that
just
way.
gave up my invisibility.
Has to have a
Be-
connection to you, like a legit.
Where's the pencil?
Help
I
a
need a
homie.
pencil.
Help a fellow homie.
Pass me a pencil.
I got you.
Okay, we can work with this.
While I'm at the Wizard, and once they had left, me out of the tent, I would have
My bad.
prayed for his soul.
Okay.
We got
Man spreading
fucking
these arms.
So-
he's praying for him.
Sorry.
Okay, but
So
my
that
phone.
trying to start walking, am I right?
I'm so
Or
sorry.
riding my bike.
I'm so
I almost
sorry.
had that backwards.
Full evil on us.
You see, the priestess goes to the back of the temple for a little bit, and she pulls out some chalk and some candles, and she pulls out a large diamond.
Hurrying her the entire time, almost pestering her.
She starts drawing out this like 10-foot wide ritual circle with like runes drawn in celestial like all around it, and she sets up like the incense and the candles, and she slowly lights it, and she sets a diamond at the front the front of one of the quadrants of the circle, and she looks to you guys, and she's like, there's no one else?
No.
Unfortunately not.
Hmm.
The only other person dear to him just bashed his fucking head in.
Let's stay positive.
I almost hate to say it, I almost feel a tether to something elsewhere. Maybe your friend's looking over. I want you to make me a religion check with your rosary. I want you to make me an arcana check or nature.
What the
Totally will take nature.
You can do arcana or religion,
I got a 23.
and I'd like you to make a persuasion check. Or religion, whatever's better for you.
I got a 23.
Nice. That's a pretty good success.
Fuck it.
What's yours?
It was an 18.
An 18 as well?
For religion, I had a 16 plus 2.
Nice.
I want to use this.
Willie, in the afterlife, while you're sitting and talking to your father, you start to get this image, this like vision in your mind. You can see your friends outside of church. They're distraught. There's like, looks like they're holding back tears, and they bring you in, and there's sort of a frantic scatter where the priestess you had known before is like quickly laying out a circle for you, and you see your friends start to lay down in prayer
Can I
with
go
their
to hug
offerings
my,
in front of them.
Can I go to hug my dad and say something like, I feel like this is where my friends are coming to save me right now. You know, and I go to hug my parents, say my goodbyes, and I'll be back. Please wait.
Your mother starts to cry a little bit, and you see your father is holding back tears, and he's like, "This is a good thing."
I'm crying. No, I'm crying. At 16 years old, I'm emotional.
For sure.
I'm upset. I don't want to leave my parents, of course, but
We're gonna miss you, but this is a good thing.
I will only do good things. I will come back with great judgment for the judgment gods.
This is
You would honor your family, honor your ancestor.
when this gets animated.
Well, you're not
this is gonna
doctor
be
yet.
crazy emotional.
What?
When this gets animated, this is gonna be crazy emotional.
Keep us waiting long this time, Willie. Love you.
Love you too.
So the DC, I need you to make me a saving throw here. The DC is 10 plus 1 because you had died before, plus 2 because your soul belongs to the haunter.
Still? You want to come back?
For Archie's success of the unit, that's reduced by 2 for an 11. And the 2 successes between them reduces it by another 2 for each. So your DC is a 7.
So I have to beat 7 right now.
You have to beat 7 to come back.
I got a 6.
Did you?
Yes.
Can you use luck for this?
Do you add anything?
I have
to that?
lots of luck.
No, you're dead. I don't know. That's up to DM.
I mean, is there anything I can add to that?
That's
I rolled a 6. Sticky's dead.
Is it a saving?
No.
It's
Sticky's just dead.
Because if he adds,
what was your remaining luck? Did you have any remaining luck before you
It says all
died?
3 are there. Or no, it says I used 1. Yeah, it says I used 1. So I had 2 left. Can I use both of those luck for 1?
Let me look up the way it's worded.
oh man.
I think we go as fast as Willie's dead.
Do you add con to your saving throws?
Not to this. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Do we end tonight off with Willie going back to heaven getting judgment? And that's the episode? And that's gonna be the animated episode?
Well,
Willie's-
that'd be the most saddest thing that could have happened. That'd be
And that's like a sad episode for our story. That's the way our story is like it starts off.
No,
No, the episode starts off.
Shut up!
Listen, the episode starts
Stop.
off with Willie in heaven.
Stop.
He sees his parents,
Stop.
and then Willie
rest in
fucking
peace.
comes back, like seeing that his friends are
No
always
rest in
there.
peace. There's fucking hope.
And then I just never leave. I
There's
I
hope.
see with my parents, and I'm like, I guess this is my time.
You're gonna live, you son of a bitch.
There's hope.
Oh, that'd be the most saddest thing. I think. I don't
Does
know.
Willie say, I guess it's my time, let's go, and judged in my family, and my whole family goes to hell because of Willie and his last
That'd be pretty sick. That'd be
3
pretty
months
sick.
of mistakes.
Christ.
I've
Shut
ruined
up.
my family.
All right, let's just.
You're the reason why it all went down.
Let's hear
I'd
what
like to think I
I
can.
will allow. It's not worded the way I would like it to be worded, but I will allow you to use your 2 luck points to re-roll this once.
Rule was yeah, rule
Kiss my
15.
dice.
Roll it in the green thing.
Attack!
Let's fucking go!
So funny if it was a nat 1.
Oh,
I kiss my parents. Mwah. Mwah. Bye.
He has 1 luck point permanently removed forever.
No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You start to feel yourself be almost pulled up.
I had to be a 7, got a 6.
Oh.
I almost did it to you. I almost did it.
I know you did. I love you,
Should've. Should've.
No, I love you.
Our God is a merciful God.
You while hugging your parents and you're in this embrace, you start to feel the world almost like unstitch around you, and your parents almost become like triples of themselves, and then they almost seem like smoke, and then maybe light or your imagination, and you feel yourself like slowly floating up.
Floating up in heaven.
The rest of you would see Willie's body in the center of the circle. You would see the diamond light up almost like burning red. And as the diamond starts to dissipate and dust away, you would see Willie's body lift off the ground slightly and his eyes open.
I'm immediately in tears. I decide I'm
Is
in
his
tears.
face permanently bashed in though?
You've got scars.
I'm immediately in tears.
I'm like Chucky right now.
Yeah, you've got a nasty scar around your...
I'm like Chucky.
Mhm.
My face looks like stitches.
Willie, you feel yourself sort of hovering off the ground. and like slowly correct yourself as you're raised to your feet, and you stand in front of the group. You feel weak.
I hug him immediately. This is the second time I've brought you back, you fucking dickhead.
I go, where is Opius? First thing.
I fall unconscious, and I finally sleep for the first time in 4 days.
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit.
You should have a seat. I'll tell you what happened to Opius.
Okay, take a seat.
And let him know that fucking...
I tell him.
We immediately turned him into the police after what happened. He unfortunately had his way with me and Chetney as well. I was lucky enough, blessed by the gods, to come back. Safe to say he's gonna be gone for a long, long time.
It's sad that Opius is like gone, being trapped as another guy this whole time. It's not even him. It's sad that Opius
Well, if whoever...
The priestess grabs you a blanket and a pillow and just puts it under your head and lays it like gently over you.
If we're ever called upon to tell his story, we could let them know it happened, but until then, Opius is in his own battle right now.
So Opius is still dealing with the demon?
I can't tell you for sure. I don't know what happened after I died,
Oh, you died too?
but like I said, blessed by the gods I came back.
Damn. I hug you.
Very emotional moment.
Those of you awake would see the door to the temple open slightly, and the figure who had seen you and stopped walking up the street sort of like slinks in and sort of just hangs along the back wall after he closes the door. Just sort of watches you guys silently.
Do any of us notice him?
Yeah, you two would see.
I'm sleeping.
So we noticed this man just walking
Fuck is
in.
this bloke staring at?
Does he have resurrection sickness, or is he fully...
He has resurrection sickness.
Alright,
Yeah.
just know that before you try to go fight someone.
You have -4 to all your rolls, and it goes
How long does that happen? Until I take a long rest?
up 1, so it goes to -3 the next day. Every long rest you take, it goes up 1.
I'm gonna...
So I'll be honest with you, I probably after our conversation started taking
I was
a
about
long
to say, I'm
rest.
just gonna give him my fucking cloak and tell him to sit tight.
You
I'm gonna
just
go
start
walk up to
sleeping.
dude.
Yeah, I'm starting to take a long rest.
As you walk up to Dude, he almost seems like sort of like eerily familiar. Like he has a striking resemblance to Chetney.
Oh, man.
Can I help you, Mike? I couldn't help but notice you were looking at us outside.
Yeah, it looks
belong
like you
to this
guys are.
church?
Looks like you were in need of help. I didn't want to interrupt.
Could you have helped?
I couldn't have helped. No, I'm sorry.
I'm glad you didn't interrupt me.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Can I help you now?
Yeah, well, I was hoping to see the priestess, but you guys are having your like happy family time, and like you guys are crying and shit.
What
like,
did you
fucking
need again?
Dry your tears, homeboy. What?
What did you need again?
You're just trying to get his teeth? Like,
Nothing. I'm just trying. Look,
Let's get some dental work.
I work at the church part-time, kind of. I do this like, I have like a side gig where like I'll travel with people for money, and like, pretty cool.
What's your name?
Brother Chet,
Wait a minute.
or for short, Chance Edward Taylor. Good to meet you.
Have you ever heard of Chetney Schuyler at all?
No. Doesn't ring a bell.
Chance Edward Taylor.
You said Chet, right?
Yeah, Chet for short.
Are you acrobatic?
No? I mean, I could be, maybe.
Try to do a flip.
Do a backflip.
Well, if we ever need some help, I'm sure my sleeping friend there would be more than happy.
Well, honestly, I decided to come in because if anybody could use my services, I feel like it might be you guys. Might be able to stop,
Ask him to get rid of all my sickness shit.
I might be able to stop you guys from getting, your skulls bashed in and stuff. Or like fix it in the field, you know what I'm saying? Field repairs.
I like you.
Yeah,
I like you, Chance.
yeah.
You should stick around and meet my
What's your
friends
name?
when they come to.
For sure.
Pastrami.
Pastrami. Oh, good to meet you. That's a great name.
Yes, sir. Stick around and meet my friends.
I'm trying to fucking sleep. Sure. In the meantime, I can show you some of my tricks.
Absolutely, because I'm in terrible fucking shape.
Cool. Yeah. So like, if someone came in, oh, you're in bad shape right now.
I'm Percy. Yeah. Someone hit me pretty hard.
Yes. This is my shine.
Let's calm down here, mate.
He walks up to you and casts Cure Wounds on your hand.
Nice.
She has no cover.
That's pretty good.
I rolled a 1.
Dude, you fucking.
You get back 3 HP.
Oh, nice.
I feel the slightest bit of better.
Hold on. Let me try again.
Okay, I don't like this character.
Your time to shine was just then.
Hold on. We'll try again. Round 2.
Not like a full-on slave, but like this.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 again.
Chance, you're not proving a
BDSM.
great
Oh,
fucking
BDSM.
argument.
All right. Hold on.
Here's
My
what
last shot.
Do not touch me with this.
Nice.
Do not fucking touch me with this. You son of a bitch.
Is he pissing?
An 8. An 8. You get back 11 this time.
So I got.
There we go. It
17
was
total.
really bright white light that last time. You see like the spit burn off his hands as he touches you.
You
There we go. Fucking 1 out of 3 every time. That's what I'm good for. That's what they always say. 1 out of 3. Chat me.
Chance.
Chat. What?
Chance.
Yeah.
Chance.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm not gonna lie to you, lad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a pretty somber state after what just happened. But why don't you ever spit on your hands and put them on me again?
I'm sorry. I should have respected that.
But
Well,
in any other case.
it was just the
it'd be-
material component for the spell. I'm sure you understand.
Absolutely. Like I said, just chill around here, meet my friends when they come to. And I'm just gonna kind of sit on a bench and stare at them from a distance.
All right. And he
Very
he sits down on a pew at like the very edge of one and crosses his legs and kind of just sits there silently. He's an awkward guy. He's a weird guy.
Fucker just spit on me.
He's got definitely low charisma. So Opius. You're now on the road to Wildlight. You've been pulled out of your tent and sort of chained between 2 large guards. You see the Inquisitor sort of walking in the rear whenever you look back. Is there anything you'd like to attempt on your trip?
Just asking a quick question about how long is the journey?
Oh, maybe a day's travel, maybe a little more.
That's not too bad. Well, that's post haste.
All right.
Oh shit, that's upside down.
And while you're traveling through the night, you see clouds start to pick up like right before darkness. And when it hits nightfall, it starts raining on you. You feel the winds picking up, and you feel a light rain, and after 10 minutes, it's raining so hard that you're starting to walk through puddles and mud. You see the wind is like getting so strong, like the Inquisitor's horse starts to get knocked around. The torches of the guards around you extinguish. And you see with one of these stumbles of the Inquisitor's horse, he drops the lantern on the ground. And it shatters, breaks. And you're on the road now in complete darkness. Between flashes of lightning, you can just barely make out the road. And as you keep looking behind, you hear the Inquisitor call out, "Ride on, we need to get there as quickly as possible, at least the next village. Then we can stop." You start to see, with another flash, you see almost what looks like a weird intangible mist sort of forming behind the Inquisitor. And then you see a bat wing flutter. And then you see from behind 2 hands grabbing the Inquisitor's face, pulling the head apart, unhinging his mouth like a snake, and then you see the haunter slither down their throat.
Fucking runs. I am sprinting. Oh my god. Michael, perfect
Holy shit.
Holy shit. I am getting the fuck out of
I
here.
thought we were done with this. Son
I'm
of a
getting the
bitch.
fuck out. No, fuck.
I gave up my rosary.
He's gonna fuck me up.
Wait, this is the demon guy coming
Son of
after
a
him?
bitch. So that fucker looked into the goddamn crystal.
You want to try to break? First off, you're sandwiched between 2 guards. Make me an athletics check to see if you can get out from in between them.
No,
How are you playing this? I'll give you a second to think.
Oh man.
They're back. I gave up my rosary.
As you're looking back, you see the Inquisitor's eyes shift to black as they look back at you.
Scream out, the Inquisitor's possessed.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Shit. It's back. This dumb bitch.
Natural 20. Go fucking figure.
I was gonna say 2.
A 2 and then I have.
Dang. They kind of just they briefly look at you sort of weirdly, and the Inquisitor calls out, "Ride on, men. Wild light is the only light we need." And you sort of slowly just start making your way. Are you gonna try to break?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. He's just gonna try to break loose and literally just run. His goal is to get the fuck out, go thousands of miles away.
So first of all, make me a contested athletics check. I want you to keep in mind you are in manacles through this. I'm not gonna force any disadvantage on you. But when you get away, those are still a problem.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead and make that athletics check.
15.
Rolled a 6. So you manage to break free from the guards and you start going into a sprint.
Sprinting directly to the side out into the woods.
For sure.
In the original direction of the park that I heard it coming from.
For sure. You hear the Inquisitor calls out, "Get him!" And a few of the guards look in your direction, although it's super dark and you're only able to see each other through flashes of lightning. Go ahead and roll initiative. We're going to start a chase.
But 3.
What's your a little initiative? It was 1 plus a what? Or it's just a 3 total? It's terrible.
I have 0 plus 0 my initiative.
That's terrible.
Fuck.
Just keep spreading.
Do you have Jacob on our right ultimately?
I drove here.
So, okay, here we go.
I think I might head out.
All right, bro.
Schmear.
Schmear. Peace out.
Sorry for leaving.
Bro, can I
early.
still a dab before you go?
Facts.
You guys can help yourself to what's left.
A little schmear. I gotta ready.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's something, right?
That was insane.
Honestly,
there
did not
was
expect
2 ways
that.
that I was gonna be able to play this out. It was either I go along with it and just follow my way to fucking Wildlight in jail, and this dude fucks everything up there. Or I try to break out and just
Save them.
Opius lays low for a few years, type shit, for a year or so.
I don't know what I would do, honestly.
I
'cause
feel like
that
that's
just
the
seems
only
really
thing that
intense.
Opius can do at the moment.
Prison Break was not in your plans,
No, it
but
wasn't.
then you seen the Haunted.
The Haunter, bro. That's. I want to get away from that motherfucker.
Bro, I was emotional. I wanted Josh. I wanted Willie back so bad. He's gonna fuck
Opius
me
just
up.
wants to get the fuck away from that dude.
Super sad.
Oh,
Oh. It's been real, boys.
Is that it for
What?
tonight?
No.
No.
I was gonna say.
Nah, he's still here. Jacob, I have 650 gold on me to give to this cleric for the other half of it.
Oh, it was 250. So Josh paid for it all.
250?
Josh already paid for it.
I thought it was 1250.
No, yeah, 1250.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll pay
I
for
got
that.
whatever we need. I got 650.
So I was trying to
this
say
is
his purse only paid for $450.
this has just been such a fucking adventure. Like, what the fuck?
Regrettably minimum, like the diamond is 500 gold, so it couldn't be lower than that.
I really just gave up
Oh man,
that.
Opius, what are we gonna do, man?
Yeah, however you guys want
Find
to figure out what
Pringus
that
and lay
split
low
is,
for a year.
1250.
Well,
He
he
comes
had
back.
450. We're using
He'll
all
come
of
back
Willie's
eventually.
gold.
Right,
But
and
I
then
think that's the
400
best bet for
me to do
Opius
that.
right now.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
considering the amount of heat that's on him and everything.
Jacob, that sound good?
I'm down with that. That makes sense for things.
Yeah, Opius is gonna. Opius is gonna.
You guys gotta focus against plate armor. I was thinking, the solid trunks. But it was a solid,
Yeah, I definitely. It's been too rough.
Because I realized I kind of did fuck up. I was like,
But now is you. I mean, dude, if you escape from this, that'd be
I don't
crazy.
know if I ever did like
Just lore wise, it'd be so fitting.
What's your
But like, if you didn't run, then that would show a lot of like
That's
building
exact
for
opposite.
Opius.
Yeah, I feel like you might have missed it once or twice. I'll let you
It's
ask.
back and forth
Fucking
because he
six
wants his
to
revenge,
your
against
HP.
him, but he knows that he can't do it in a legal battle.
Because
Because
there's no
somebody
reason
is,
a sorcerer at
possessed
point
into a higher
can
rank.
max con.
you know what I mean? Like,
Then again, it's
can't
just
do that.
sometimes weird shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, literally, it's quite literally a guy. Like now, the hunter's like working against you in like the court.
That was
I
the
guess.
last thing that I expected. I
Yeah,
thought
same.
maybe Aragdalin was coming to see you. Nah, this dumb bitch looked in the crystal. You told her not to, like, 10 times.
Straight up warned her, like, bad shit
If
will
you
happen.
You said if you want your life to crumble to pieces in front of you, go ahead. And she went the fuck ahead.
You want to fuck around? You want to find out? Fuck around.
She
She
went
fucked
from
around.
paralegal to paraplegic.
Oh man, it's just so. It's insane.
Bro, this crystal's bad news. I'm
So
so
this dumb
mad
bitch
that I
looked into
made
the
it a
crystal,
point to,
didn't
like,
she?
Oh, this
That's clearly what
creepy
happened.
church. Let me go into it by myself.
Maybe so.
Maybe he can't possess you without having to look into it. It's the only option. Oh,
Is it though? Is it though?
yeah. So Opius is.
I don't think that's the only option for him to get to. I feel like there's about 4 more. One of them is what the fuck we just asked Ashbad, a deviant, super powerful criminal, which was watch after his estates. We're gonna come back and Ashbad's gonna beat the fuck out of us.
Ashbat ends up being the BDG.
Right.
Like. We can do this.
I
I have 3.
So it was.
I'm chasing a chase. Or Obius is a chase.
I'm getting chased down.
Michael, how are you tonight?
Hope you having a wonderful evening again.
I'm so glad to see you for a D&D stream.
Well, it's because it's not our normal day for D&D.
And I know you're here because, like, you have us and probably 3 other streams pulled up, so you can hear me.
And we can see this little character walking around over there.
Oh yeah, we got the stream avatars.
Yeah.
Sheesh. I just rolled some lit for you, bud.
For him?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I feel like that's sarcastic, but hell yeah.
Something lit for you, bud. Jail.
You're going to jail, buddy.
You're going to prison.
So, as you start to run out into the thick off the side of the road, you very quickly run into something large and furry, and as it scoops you up off your feet, you know the back of Fringus when you feel it.
Fringus!
Thank God.
Pet your boy.
Oh, I am hugging him and just saying, run.
Fringus goes into a dead sprint away from the rest of the group. He goes pretty fast. What's he got? 40 speed. His sprint's at 200.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
So he starts sprinting off, kind of back in the direction of Yuri, but definitely taking the beaten path. You're definitely off-roading. Right after you, however, the Inquisitor on horseback is definitely faster than Fringus is and immediately starts to gain on you guys. I'm gonna make you're not trying to be stealthy, just make me a compelled stealth check with disadvantage, and I'm gonna make a perception check with disadvantage as the Inquisitor.
I gotta okay, what was it again? What?
Make a stealth check at disadvantage.
Stealth check. They both were 16s.
16, that's fat.
Yep.
So you see the Inquisitor almost ride past you at an off angle. They're not quite sure where you are, and they're just riding kind of blind.
Veer off to go a different direction just to keep line.
You see the guards chasing behind you. They're trying to relight their torches, not with much success. Let's see if they can see you. Okay. While the Inquisitor appears unaware of you, the guards, while you're outpacing them, they do appear to be going in the right direction of you, and you hear them shouting to the Inquisitor, "He went this way! He went this way!" And it's back to it would be your turn, and then Fringus is right after. But now that you have Fringus, it's just you're on the same initiative.
We're cutting another direction to sprint. Just trying to
You're cutting another direction.
Literally just trying to catch him off guard, with juking him out.
Okay.
What would that be?
Are you sprinting this turn, or you're trying?
Yeah, he's still sprinting.
Gotcha.
Just a change of direction real quick. Different direction. Sprinting out. Do I have to roll anything for it? Stealth still?
Yeah, still making a stealth check with disadvantage.
2. Damn.
Okay. Damn. Natural 1 for the Inquisitor to see you. The Inquisitor almost seems corrects herself or corrects themselves and starts heading back towards you, but they're way too far ahead, and their horse is way outpacing them at this point. You, in the flashes of lightning, you can see their horse several hundred feet away from you. However, the guards have corrected their path and are still chasing after you. However, you're not even sure that the guards and the Inquisitor can hear each other through the storm at this point. It's back to you.
I guess I'm gonna keep sprinting off and kind of like making slight different slight angles to try to catch him out.
Sure. I guess make me a survival roll. Just make me a flat survival. While you're
survival.
Because I'll say Fringus
20.
is doing the sprinting, you can navigate. 20? It's really good. And you have like at least 100 feet on the guards at this point. They just rolled really good for perception. You're like twisting and turning, and you're going like you're in the hilltop highlands, so you're like rounding around like hills and through like different valleys and doing everything you can on the back of Fringus. At this point, you're quite certain the Inquisitors have totally lost you. You can still hear the guards coming, although at this point, like you're way outpacing them. Go ahead and do one last. If this is a success, I'll say you broke from it.
20, natural 20.
Natural 20, nice.
Okay. What is survival 22?
Nice. So as you like twist your way through the hills on the back of Fringus, you eventually you're running for what feels like a couple minutes before you're confident that if they're following you, they're not following you in the right direction anymore.
Just write him off into the sunset.
Yeah. I think with that, he lean down and give Fringus a big old fucking hug. And whisper into his ear.
He gives you a whimper, in such a way like he's trying to let you know that he misses you.
I think it's best to
Thank
lay
you,
low
sir.
for a little bit. And with that, I would.
Anybody?
God, would I be able to know like of cities that are way out of the way? Would I be able to have any knowledge being
Make a history check.
military? Natural 20.
Damn.
You're crazy.
For a total of
Total with history.
yeah. Still though, I'll say you're pretty good with like cities and stuff like that. Actual cities.
That he could go that would know who the hell he is or any sort of attachment.
The two closest cities to you, unfortunately, are Wildlight and Aquarial.
Not,
And those-
not close. He wants
yeah.
to go far.
Okay. You know, pretty far and really popular, there's Silton. It's loosely related with the college that Willie is associated with. You know that in the human kingdom, the closest city to where you guys were before was Liege, and it's on the coast. There's Heaven's Hand in Lockhart, which is their capital.
No, he wants
That's
to
kind of far.
all the Inquisitors and stuff still be around there. He wants to go like
The closest
far,
in
not close, no close.
you
I'm
guys,
talking, this dude wants to.
right? The Highlands are north. The Highlands are north of the rainforest. You know, there's a known town called Paddock in the rainforest. That's sort of nearby.
No, I'll go to. I guess what is Cyril?
Silton.
So. Yeah, he'll head towards there.
Silton?
Bigger town. Something he can probably find a place to bunker down in.
Yeah, it's maybe the largest town like on this continent, and it's on the very west coast.
Somewhere he can go in and try to kind of blend a little bit.
For sure.
That's his goal. He's running off into the sunset.
Okay.
Cowboy song playing in the background.
Here it looks.
It's been a long day without you.
I almost hate to say it, but without Willie, I almost don't want to go back to the main party.
That's okay.
That's fair.
We'll torture him.
You guys are long resting.
She's at the bar, so Delilah can finish
What's Delilah doing in this time?
I don't think she wastes much time. Just at like 5 HP. I need to sleep.
You're just getting something to eat. And
I just wanted to not be in danger.
I deal with the 5-0.
for sure.
Fuck 12.
Yeah, I guess a meal would be like a silver, and if you want a room, it'd be like 5 silver.
Easy.
Yeah.
How much silver is a gold?
10.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So, I guess with that, you guys long rest, and we can pick it up next time.
We gotta do some shopping next time. We gotta wait for that bounty to come in, and then we can leave town.
Wait, since they're asleep, can I go like pay off my bounty real quick? Cause like I was on that poster. I just want to like, yo, here's some bread. Actually, no, I'm gonna save that.
Is that how it works?
I'm gonna save that. Cause I need to hide my robes and shit. I'm gonna save that.
You need to hide yourself.
Nah, I'm just gonna be like, listen,
I'm really chill, guys.
I found Jesus.
Like, listen, I already got the dude.
I found Jesus. You got the man who was murdering. He almost murdered me. That's why I went along with him. Shit.
We were close to a combat. We were really close to a combat just now. I thought that was going to be a Inquisitor show off again.
That's what I've been nervous about. Is I'm gonna go to the guards. They're gonna be like, "Oh, what did you do?"
But now the Inquisitor's fucking possessed, so that's beefy as fuck.
Facts.
Opius
Yeah,
would
that
know.
sucks.
Opius would know.
That's danger.
Oh, it's really bad. Oh, it's bad. Imagine.
Nah, it's super bad, bro. Like, almost killed me on a reaction.
Like, bro, you know the saying, curiosity killed the cat? Well, you just killed your cat, sir. Ma'am. Whatever the hell.
It's just gonna suck.
Was it a chick?
I have to.
Inquisitor?
I'm gonna probably have to meet them. It sucks.
I don't know. I've gone back and forth. They're sort of
That's what I'm
androgynous
saying.
at
It
this
kind of
point.
threw me
Yeah.
off. I was like, wait, I know you said he, and then I know you said she at one point. I was like, which?
Nah, she was.
Yeah,
it was
no,
a she in the interrogation, and then a he on the road.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but I know I went back and forth during the interrogation. It was back and forth.
Yeah.
I think I said he and then talked in a girl voice.
The Inquisitor is gender fluid.
No, exactly. Precisely.
Oh man, so that'll do it, I guess, for episode 11. A little bit shorter of an episode, but
You know,
we'll
Shout
have
out to
those.
Josh.
We'll pick it up. It'll be picked up back up next week. Thank you guys for dropping in. We love y'all.
Bye.